know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a look at the currencies here for a minute, and then what we're going to do is to go into the grain markets. We've done some pretty good things with that, so we want to focus on that. One of the best things to learn to do this business, if you're learning and be a new trader, is to look at the euro, folks. It's the most actively traded thing in the world, and it's got patterns all the time. You can see today's pattern, beautiful ABCD right at near the opening, and now you can see the market has broken almost $1,000 to the downside. It had one small rally, as you can see here, that popped up right to the 382. It tells us that we're probably heading down to this level right here in the euro, which is down about another 70 or 80 pips. That would complete the larger let's do the smaller ABCD pattern also coming in right there, and it will increase, give you a profit objective here on your other one, which will come in right about there. And because of the strength of this down move, we know it's got to increase by at least 1.27. So if we did that, mark that, connected by at least 127, which is what we're going to do. It's going to be not quite as good enough, but close enough. That would tell you this is the area we'll be watching here in the euro. The pound is actually being a little weaker today. We'll get this up here. See the same type of pattern, but it's a little weaker. These are things that we covered. However, if you did not get if you don't get the newsletter this week, the only way you're going to be able to get it is to email me, larry@tradingtutor.com. I'll send it out to you. Today, supposedly, is the day where I get freedom from Google. They promised not to bother me anymore. They blocked me over the last couple of days for some God knows reason why. Don't really know that, but anyway, that's what's happened. Now here with the British pound, you remember, well, I wasn't here yesterday, so you don't need to remember, but anyway, we had the nice ABCD pattern from Thursday into Monday, and there it was exactly right there. We've now broken over 150 handles, 1.5 handles down right here today in the British pound. That's $900, folks. That's a pretty substantial move in the British pound. Now, also, we want to take a look at the Japanese yen because we've had a position in that's been doing pretty well, and we want to get it up here so we'll be able to see it. Get the hourly chart up. Oop, that's not the hourly chart. Let's get this one right here. There it is right now, and as you can see, it's already getting up here to our spot where we're probably getting ready to reshort it. And here's the Japanese yen. There's what we're watching over the last few days. If you remember, folks, last time we were on, we were looking for this down move, which we did get, and we had higher bottoms in here, if you remember that. Had higher bottoms, and now we're moving back up again. So what are we watching? Let's stick with what we know, which is AB equals CD. And looking at this, you can see a very clear A, B, C, D pattern coming in right now, which means we're most probably going to take out the highs of last week. You'll see, be able to put that up there. Yeah. Oh, we've almost got there. See, there's the high, right, of last week. We're almost there right now. We have a gap up this morning. That also means this is going to go a little bit higher. So with that gap up, you've got to increase the 1.27 on the CD leg, and we'll get that up here. And then we're going to give a better picture of where we think this Japanese yen is going to go. And that's where she's going, folks, up here. And look at the 382, folks, on the daily. You're within a heartbeat, 15 pips of the big move. And if we look at it just a little closer here, you're going to see here with this big move we had right here, you're going to get even closer to that. And then if you also increase that by 1.27, we're going to get a pretty good shot at 127 Put that in here. And bada bing, bada boom, there it is, folks, 146. That's where we're going here in the Japanese yen. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mark this, get ready to put the order in because we're going to be selling it there. And the reasoning, of course, is, we've had look at this. We got another ABCD coming in here at the same time. So this is going to be a multi ABCD pattern here in the shut the front door. And we'll get it up here. Believe it or not, folks, it's already 108 here today, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. There's that's unusual, though, but we got the monsoons are supposed to start anytime. There's your number, folks, 146. That's it right there in the Japanese yen. And we've got the Fed there today, so watch this. This is going to be really interesting to watch. We'll follow through with this one for tomorrow's show so we can see where we are with that. So we got rid of that one, and we've got rid of the British pound. And next thing we want to look at here is crude oil. Now, we had a really nice pattern today in crude, folks, that made some good money, but you had to be quick. And this is what we're watching here in crude oil. As you can see, and we're right there again. There's the move right here. It hit the exact number right here, folks. And from there, it broke all the way down. I'm going to do it on the smaller time frame because then you can see how quickly the market broke. See, there was your first... there was your 382 right there at 72.38. Okay. Actually, we were selling at 72.58. We got lucky. Anyway, there's where the market came down. At this level right here, folks, this had $1,000 in it. And then look what happened. So it went all the way back and made a new high. And all it's really doing now, just looking at this hourly chart, is just banging against this 382 level one more time. So it's got to get above here, then it's got a chance for some pretty good movement to the upside. By the way, gasoline here in Tucson has dropped to $2.57 a gallon. We haven't seen that low price in a very, very long time, and we're far away from the bottom, folks. Remember, we've had one heck of a good rally here, and yet the price of gasoline is dropping. So let's just look over at RBOB and see if it's giving us, I haven't done this yet, so hopefully it won't make a liar out of me, but that's okay. We miss a few of them here and there. We got to get the RBOB up there, right here. Where are you, RBOB? Shut the front door. Bear with me here, folks. I'll get it now. I know it's here somewhere. There it is right here. There with the hourly chart on this. And, well, it's still going up. I don't know. See, how do you figure this? We've got gasoline as low as it's been in a long time. Look at this run here. And yet we've got gasoline prices dropping. Boy, that doesn't make sense, but that's what we're seeing here. I mean, I watch that because I drive by the place, but there's the low we made back in May. Then we had the ABCD pattern right here just a few days ago, back on 2 days ago. And we'll just see that was almost an exact 382 retracement. There's your ABCD. There it was right there, exactly 382. And here's where we are right now. And yet gasoline prices have gone below these levels. Must be a supply area of one particular area would be my guess. Okay, now we get rid of RBOB, put that out of the way here. Someone's asked a question about Tesla, and I'll bring it up. I don't look at the stock very often, but it was in a downtrend. Let's see what we got in it. Still in a downtrend. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, traversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs? Trade wars? Analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento over the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are April 11th and 25th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, we'll take a look at Tesla here. You can see over the past couple of weeks, we've been banging against the 61% retracement, so it's still bearish, backing off just a little bit, not doing too much. Okay, let's get to put the pedal meets the metal. Oh, first of all, before we do anything else, we're going to give you a Ripley's Believe It or Not trade, folks. This is a believe it or not one. I know, hard to believe that that's hogs, but there it is. Look at this, folks. We actually gapped up above the old highs of last year and have gone another 3 cents higher in this area right here in hogs. Folks, I have just go look. Well, this is it when they switched over the contracts, but to find a gap in hogs is really hard. There's one right here, but as you can see, it did pop up and it did go above that level right here. I haven't reshorted it or anything because we've been following the live cattle market. You know, trade the one that is the easiest. If you'll see live cattle, you'll notice that this is where we had that big run up, and then we had the first 382. We had another one this morning. You can see there was yesterday's action. There's where it opened today, and bang, down she came really hard. This is a big move. We look at this on a 13-minute chart, folks. You're going to see here. You can see here. There's where we opened this morning right here, and then boy, down she came. And it was a good fill because it opened right near the high of the day. You were going to sell it right about that 382, which was right here. It opened right there. That distance there is about $100, and now it's down 4 handles, folks. That's $2,000 in the cattle market today if you were looking to day trade it. But that's what we're watching, and that's going to lead to a larger ABCD pattern. I know you get tired of watching these things, folks, but frankly, after 62 years of doing this, I've never found anything any better than picking out where these things are going. They don't always do it, but they do it more often than not. So we're probably going to drop another 3 cents here in the cattle market. So try to find a place to get short, because if you get a little 382 rally in here, either today, well, probably not today, but tomorrow you might get one. Wherever this high is here, watch that 382, because that'll lead to that level right down in here. So that's the main thing. All right, let's talk about something that we've gotten right, and that is the grain markets. We're going to start out here with the soybeans. We're having a really big move here, folks. We're up almost 30 cents here in there it is. You can see we had the big move here on Friday. That was due to supposedly a report, but I'll go into that in just a minute. Now you can see we're moving substantially higher here. Now what I'm doing here, and I might be totally wrong, but this is what I put on the thing here a long time ago. If you get above this level right here, you see that 170 level? If you get above there, I think, look at this, with this type of action like this, we haven't seen this. And this is just the beginning of the growing season, folks. This is the 17th of June. We've taken out the May highs already. This is not bearish. So the way I'm going to handle it is here, I'd like to see this gap above this, but I don't know if it's going to or not. But if this is the case, we're already long from right there, okay? There's where we bought it, right there, okay? Went a little bit against this, and now it's ahead. We're ahead of it about 36 cents. Now, what I'm expecting is to get above here. Now, the one thing you want to do is, you see these highs in here, it keeps backing off. These are pretty big corrections. They're 10, 15 cents, and that's a lot of money. So the only way you can really challenge this is if we get to this 1073, okay, above 1070. If we get above 1073, let's say 1075, okay, if you're going to buy it there, you just got to say, okay, I'm going to take my chance, and I want it to really go. And you can see here this long range bar, sometimes it stops it. So if it gets above that level and doesn't go right away, I would just say, well, I'll wait and buy it higher, because you want it to get above this level and have a lot of buy orders setting in there. Let me show you what a buy order setting in there looks like. The reasoning for this whole thing in the market here is this contract right here. This is, my friends, soybean oil. Okay, now this is July soybean oil. Okay, now you can see here, we made the 1.618 expansion of that whole move here today. Right up there. That should be pretty much the end of it. Here's what I'm trying to show you. You see the high here? You see, this is what you want to see. You want to see it just explode through here. This went limit up, folks. We haven't had a limit up in soybean oil in 6-7 years. This is telling you this market wants to go a whole lot higher. You can see we've already completed that. Looking at this on the daily, you're going to see that, look at that. See that? This is what I'm talking about. Now here's the same situation. You see, you've come up here, you've taken that out by just a little bit, and what'd you do? You backed off. Look at this on the smaller time frame, and you'll see what I mean. The only reason I'm telling you this is see how you take out the high here and you don't really go very far. Now this is $600, but you're just not exploding to the upside as of yet. And it still might, but you have to determine how much you risk. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose, okay? So we're keeping a very close eye. I'll get back to the soybeans here. So here's my game plan. And I said this in the letter, and then also I've said it on the show several times. The high today, so we're trading at the devil's number, 1066.66. High has been 68. The key level here is at 74. Okay, that's that key level. Now, if we go popping above that and we close above 1074 on a closing basis, okay, not 1070, but 1074, that means we're going to close above that level. Then I'm going to add more right on the close, and then I'll put my stop, whatever the low of the day was today. So if it closes above there, I'm going to not risk more than 15 cents at any particular time, because I've already made 40 cents. Why am I going to risk very much? Okay, but you'll see here the problem that you have is that you have this big ABCD that's sitting right there above it. See, so it might not get any higher than this level here, which is 1085. So that's why you got to be careful. Greedy is not as easy as it seems, folks. But this is the fact that it's doing this is telling us, we start pay attention to soybeans, because they are on the move. And this is including tariffs and all the other stuff that's going on, okay? Well, we're getting a nice break here in the stock market now, as you can see. Hold on one second. I want to get this up here, get this out of the way. We should be coming into a bottom real shortly here in the old stock market, if I can find it here somewhere. Giving me the way I do these technical things. That got ready to do the show today, and guess what? My mouse didn't work. So here's where we are now. We're down quite a bit from this level right here. We had the ABCD this morning. I'll just draw this in so you can see it. This was a perfect ABCD, just went exactly to the exact price of the day, which was the high right there at 81. Now we're down 30 cents from that level and was continuing to drop. So this tells us that we probably will take this out sometime. That's only 10 cents away, and the bias is to the downside right now. So that's what we're watching here with the E-mini. The key to this from our perspective was watching the Dow Jones today, folks, because the Dow Jones, this level right here, we'll just draw this in, you'll be able to see it. This was the hourly chart. Well, let's go to a 13-minute. You'll be able to see it easier because it was a really nice, there was your ABCD pattern right here. There's your ABCD pattern coming in almost exactamundo to the old 618 right there at 428.65. We're 2 handles below that right now. So we'll take a little break, get back, and we'll talk some more about the grains. We got to get the wheat.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97, and with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is gold over the last few weeks here. As you can see here, we've still been a strong uptrend. There was your first 3A2 pattern. There was your second 3A2 pattern. Today we pull back to the 50% level of this move. I didn't check it from this level right here. That might have also been a 3A2. There it is right there, right at the 3A2. But let me show you something, folks. This is where we were coming in to Sunday night. And of course, we were completing this big ABCD pattern right here at 34.74. The high was 34.76, folks. It dropped $100 the last 2 days between Sunday and Tuesday. But watch what happened today, folks. I just want to show you for just a second. Now, this is a smaller time frame, but there's where we were. Move this over from the other day. Okay, there was the Sunday high, was a little bit higher back there. There was the 382. The ABCD on this pattern measured to 33.85. The ABCD on this pattern measured to 33.85. And the low was, drum roll please, 33.84. Almost exact, folks. Missed it by 80 cents. And look where we are now. We had this really big move right here. I mean, you can see we're completing an ABCD. So that's what we're looking at when we're watching these patterns. And if you're looking to learn how to do the patterns on the crude oil, the U.S. dollar via the euro, and then also the gold market, crude oil, and the euro, and then you can also look at the S&P or the Dow Jones. Any of those, they have great volatility. But as you can see now, we're getting ready to make a very substantial ABCD move right here. You can already see we are in the movement of it right now. We pulled back to just about the 60% level right here. There it was, 62.6, right on the money. That tells us we're going to go to at least this level right here, which is 34.15. Okay, so, and all that we'll be doing, and believe it or not, you see this swing like this, it's just going to be repeating what this swing did. You see that? See how it comes really close to the exact same swing that we had before? And that's market repeating over and over again. That's the harmony that's in these markets. If you study it closely, these markets will reveal the structure. This is done by Benoit Mandelbrot, H.M. Gartley, and a bunch of other people along the way, Andrew Lowe, and they said markets repeat. And not only do they do that, they do it in a way that is tradable and it is predictable within limits. And that's the whole key to what we're watching here as we're unfolding these things here so far this morning. Now, I hate to get back here. I want to get back here to hogs, folks, because I had not seen this before. I want to report on something too. This is the daily hog, folks. These last 2 days right here, we had a gigantic increase in open interest in hogs. They usually trade around 26,000 volume each day, and the open increases for these 2 days was well over 6,000. So almost half of the last players have come in here on this run up right here to where we are right now. And we left a gap. This morning we had a gap, but it was filled. You can see the gap was filled this morning. Now we're trading a little bit below it. So, but let me tell you, folks, this is an unusual event to see the market go that far. We took out the highs of last year, folks. That tells us there's a possibility we can make an ABCD going all the way up to 114. There's a rumor, and I heard this is a rumor, don't hold me on it, but the Harvard Medical School is going to bring out a report that if you eat a lot of pork, your resistance to cancer increases by 100%. In other words, you'll never get cancer. And if you believe any of that, folks, please discontinue your subscription, because I'm only trying to tease a little bit, which is terrible when you tease about cancer. That's not a good thing to tease about. So let's forget everything I said about that. Get this 13-minute up. I wanted to show you the early morning gap was this morning. You see, then we came down, then we rallied up to this one right here, and now we're here. If we close below here, which would be 111.20, and that's down a little bit level with this level right here, there'd be a chance that this might be some type of a top. But I mean, nobody wants to sell hogs, for heaven's sakes. But boys and girls, we all know one thing, right? Let's put this up here on the daily. And that is, when the only way is up, the only way is down. So when it does roll over, sometime in our lifetime, your lifetime, maybe not mine, but that's it. we were watching here, and the gold, you can see here the cattle just keep dropping. They've dropped almost a point since we've been on the air here. Well, they've dropped a point since we've been on the air. All right, let's move over here and see where we are with a few of these other things here. The wheat, we bought some wheat. The wheat is acting really good. Let's just see where we are. We're up now. We're up about another $600 on that. We made $1,100 on the first run. We're now up $600 on the second run. Get this out. You see the buy was at 62, now trading at 86. Get the deal. See it is. There's the ABCD pattern right here. There's your ABCD. That should take us up to taking out the highs here of the next day, which would take you up to 95. And that'll also be a pretty good move. See, you'll be taking out the highs of May and the highs of June if we get above 95. And that is not bearish, folks. That's a bullish sign. All right, remember watching this wheat on the daily that we bought it several times when it was making this 3 dive to a bottom pattern. Now you see these big wide-ranging bars here. You didn't see that in the bear market. You didn't see that in the bear market. This is no longer bear market, folks. You know, we're up 24 cents here in just a couple of days off that 3 drive to a bottom pattern. So that means we're going higher. Once we clear this, it's got a really good chance. And if it's really good and the weather gets bad, this thing could really go. That's what we're assuming is going to happen. But you know what assume means? Everybody knows what that is. Okay, let's move that out of the way here. And we've had a question about coffee. I don't trade it, but we'll bring it up here. Been very bearish coffee for a long time. I haven't seen it since over the weekend. There's the coffee is right here. Bring it up, see if it's breaking today. Yep, it sure is. There's coffee today. It's down quite a bit from yesterday. Oh, look at this. My goodness, boys and girls. If you like 382 patterns, let me guess. Let's see how close that one was. There's your 382. Well, it might even be the exact 382 off of the high. Let's just check that for kicks and giggles. That was yesterday's high. Hold on one second. There's your high from yesterday. Pull it down, and there it is. Exactly. Sorry, folks. When 100-degree weather, 108.9, the trees explode because we don't have any rain, and the little pollens in there, they're like little dynamite caps, and all the pollen blows up, and people that are semi-allergic like I am, if we even begin to look outside, it comes to get you. Of course, after about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's so hot, even the pollen doesn't do anything. So anyway, sorry for the sneezing. Anyway, there's the coffee, been going down for quite some time. Let's do the daily because it had the beautiful ABCD pattern to the upside right there. Look where we are now. Look where we're going, folks. We're going lower. Let's take a break.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, as you can see, Microsoft has made a new high for the whole move. It's one of the few stocks it has. You can see there, we've beat the old high there. It was 070. We got as high as 480. That's one of the few stocks that's went on and made a new high. Believe it or not, folks, I'm going to get this weekly chart up because when I show you this, do you realize, are you ready for this, boys and girls? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? This is where our good friend, Mr. Bill Gates, sold his company. He got out right there at 120. It's gone up 3 times. He'd be the richest man in the world if he'd have come that, but it didn't get out. He got out too early. But, don't forget he was in it at zero, folks, so he made billions of dollars. Just bringing that to your attention here. Hold on, get this out of the way here. 2 other stocks that we've been off. This is Avco, which is also Broadcom. This one also tried to make a new high on the year, but has not. Let me double check to make sure I refresh this and see if no, it has not made a new. Oh, it did back here. Son of a gun. It sure has. Hold on. Sorry, folks. Let me get this. Yes, you see, it did make a high new in early June. It did make a new high. There was a few of them that did it. NVIDIA, I shouldn't be in an area where I don't even talk about this stuff because I don't know diddly squat about it, except to see what a high or low is. Okay, here is NVIDIA is right here. We'll get the daily. I don't believe it went above 150 yet. But oh my goodness, look how close we are. The old high back here was 150. That was way back there. So we're almost there. You can see it's up today, so it looks like it's still going higher. So I don't really see that. I did see something, folks, over the weekend. It's a AI program of these little babies talking about 2-year-old babies. It was all what do you call it? AI stuff. But it was the guy from North Korea, and the guy from Russia, Putin, and there was also Trump, and 2 or 3 other, these little babies talking together what they were going to do to each other if they ever caught them cheating and stuff. And you hear these little babies talking, and their mouths are moving, and you can hear the voices of the actual people. Boy, be careful what you see on the internet, folks, because my God, I couldn't believe anything after seeing that. I just absolutely blew me away. Okay, now we had a question about Google. I don't like this company very much, but it doesn't like me, so we're equal. Let's see, get the G up here, EFG, and Google is right there. We got to do Goldman Sachs for someone. There's Google. You see, it's same right here. We've been saying this for quite a while, that this on the weekly chart is a major head and shoulders pattern. I believe it was on the weekly, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is right there. There's your left shoulder was over here. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. And last week, we got all the way up here to 70, 82. We backed off. Here's where we are right now. We did go above the 382 by quite a bit, but that is a head and shoulders pattern on this. If it gets above here, that'll break the pattern and it'll go a lot higher. Okay, I don't see anything here in NVIDIA except on a real short-term basis. If I were to do it, I would be looking for an ABCD off of this last little pattern that we made here the last couple of days. You had a big move up, then you had the pullback. It probably stopped right at a 382 or something. There's your previous low right there. Let's see if it stopped right at the old 382. It didn't even make a 382 to the downside, but on the upside, you can see it's trying to do this over, making new lows now in the S&P, folks, at 60.45. That's a good thing. And let's get this out of the way here. I have to turn this off. Bear with me here for a second. There's where we're breaking down. See, we had this little rally right here that was probably spot on, 382 off of the high. There it is right there. Now you can see we're starting to move down. That means we are going to go a little bit lower, I would think, but we'll just wait and see what happens with that. Okay, move that out of the way. And let's see, what do we want to be watching here? Crude oil. Oh, here's one in crude oil. Now, well, I already mentioned the crude oil. We already did that. I already did the heating oil. I already did that one, correct? All right, let's get that out of the way. And we'll move this over here. We've covered the coffee. Now, let's get back to the wheat, because the wheat is the one that has, I think wheat has probably, because no one's ever going to stop eating cookies, pasta, and bread, that's for sure. Where can I find this wheat? See, I've got so many things in here, folks, that I probably should do so many. Let me just do it the easy way. Window, and then I make a tile vertical. That way I can cascade and I can see where we are right now. Hold on, let me turn this off. I got to turn these beepers off, because that's where the old cowboys thinking it's probably a good place to take it for a short-term pattern. It's a good place to take let's just draw it in for you so you can see it. I'm going to go to a 13-minute right now. We should be a really good level. There we are. See, this is the level. Once we get below here, folks, we could start to accelerate pretty good to the downside. All we did today was we made this 61% retracement. Didn't quite make it. There's your ABCD. And now we're breaking down. That's tell us that the breaking is just starting. So this is where you want to be making sure you don't lose anything, because you've taken out this low. And if it doesn't collapse right from here, then I would say, then I better be looking to take profits. That's why I'm watching it so closely, as we see right here. I'd like to see it traded around 60.40. That'll tell me that, yeah, it's starting to break down even more, because it's got this ABCD structure set into it to take it down even a great deal lower here, which is another 40 cents lower. And that's a full handle from the high, folks. Okay, so that's what we're watching. Say we just hit a 63.75. Let's say it's starting now. If you're trading this from a short side, I'll just give you my 2 cents worth. Now, you've taken out the lows here. We haven't collapsed or anything. What I would do, you see this range right here from 10.58 to this level right here, that's 16 cents. If I were to do this, and I want to carry this trade, I would put my stop right there at 60.53. And the reason for that is, if we retrace more than 80% of this, that would be a John Hill's, well, it looks like it's moving in the right direction, but I'd move the stop down to 60.53. So if I sold it here, put my stop at 60.53 and see if it's going to work in that direction. So that's pretty much what I'm watching. Okay, now, I did want to mention one other one about the euro, because I missed one this morning. Well, I already covered the one that I missed. We're not going to worry too much about that. We've got 10 minutes. Oh, we haven't got even that much. Let's get up here. We've got one other stock someone asked us about. That's Goldman Sachs. Let's see how's it's doing today. It's up actually a little bit. Well, it's near the low of the day right now, but let's get this up here and we'll take a quick look at it. Here's where we are. Yeah, well, we made a new high in Goldman Sachs on a recovery. It hasn't made the new high, but there's another ABCD on a short-term basis here. Well, it's a daily chart, but that's an ABCD up here, cowboys. Let's take a look. There's your A leg right here. There's your B leg, there's your C leg and D leg. It should have gone to 28 as the high, and the high has been 630, so pretty close. Let's take a break here. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, I've been asked to reiterate this thing about November soybeans. We bought those on this ABCD pattern right here at the 382. Okay, we're now 30 cents above where we bought them. That's a $1,500 profit. What I'm saying is if we get a close above here, that means that this market's going to go a lot higher. The first thing is it's got to go above 1070. Now we're 1066 right now with an hour or so to go. And if we close above that, then I would say get ready. But it's got to explode from this level. This is telling you that something big is happening. You see, you had something big happening here, but then you backed off, but you were still in a bear market at that time, because then you came all the way down here. You dropped $1 a bushel. Then you went up $1, then down $0.50. Now we're getting ready to see what's going to happen. This has a chance, folks. It really has a chance of doing something really spectacular. Let's get this weekly chart up. This is why I'm looking at this. See, we're way down here, folks. See where that line comes in right there? That's why when we start getting above here, that's going to be breaking this downtrend line that's right there. You see how close it is? Just get that in here to just draw it in. You'll see it. There it is. What it says, we're almost breaking it now, but the real number here is at 1084. And the reason why I say that is it's got to break above this level right here. That's going to be the real trend line. Will be right there. Let's just draw it in, and then we're going to just show you where the trend line should be, and then you decide whether you want to be a buyer. So there it is right there. We're almost, we've already broken it, folks. This is the old high. So this basic on a weekly basis, we haven't been higher than this in a long time. So it's basically breaking out. So if it goes, gee, they can really go fast. You know, this move here, you went $2 a bushel. We're only we're only $1 a bushel in it right now. So it's got a chance to go a great deal lower. You can see just a couple years ago, we were at $13. We're still at 10, and they were at 18 a few years ago. So this has got potential, but you never know. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.
Steve Rhodes started his